My name is Thomas Robson-Kanu, founder and CEO of the Turmeric Company. We launched the Turmeric Company in 2018, both my father and I. But the blend and the range of turmeric shots that we brought to market was actually created over a decade before that. The range itself was created for myself to help me recover from major surgeries that I'd had over a 2-year period as a young professional footballer. Coming back into playing professional football, I then had to adopt this range of turmeric shots that my father created. And they often say innovation is born from necessity, and I was really in need of a solution to allow me to get back to playing pain-free. My father eventually developed this range through various different extraction processes in the kitchen, created a blend which I used over a 6-week period. And after that period, I was completely pain-free. Then I was able to go on and have a career. Made my debut for Reading Football Club, went on to make my debut internationally for Wales, and then went on to make my Premier League debut with Reading. I then used this blend as my secret weapon throughout my career, realising that I would recover quicker than my teammates, I wouldn't get run down over winter season as much. But in 2016, we realised that there was this growing trend around functional beverages. However, when you looked at a lot of the beverages that were available on the market, you realize that they weren't actually that functional. Yeah, we realized that what we were producing at home was far superior than pretty much every single functional shot or beverage on the market. And so we decided to bring the Turmeric Co to market. It was very much a startup business once we got it off the ground. There was a lot of work that went into the business to get it off the ground, because we actually had to become a manufacturing business as well as a brand and sales channel. It was a lot of work to get to a point where we were ready to launch in 2018. But that work was worth it, because within 4 weeks of selling our first product online, we received our first customer testimonial. From that point on, I was able to really understand what were the values of the business, what was the purpose of the business, what is the vision that we're trying to create. And then aligning the whole organization towards that common goal. In terms of financial management, big importance has to be on governance and process. So really putting in strong controls around that early on in the organization allow you to really build that discipline and deliver that governance and those structures to make sure that from an accounting perspective, you're clear in terms of where you are as a business. We've been really fortunate in terms of working closely with BDO across their full spectrum of services. Obviously from an accounting perspective, making sure from a monthly management account and obviously a yearly filing in terms of companies' house and registry is completed. But also we've been fortunate to work with their growth advisory team as well, to really understanding what are the areas of growth and optimization within the market, and also understanding the investment landscape in terms of business valuations, and ultimately how and where do we want to get to as a business. And so, I think there's a lot of areas that BDO has helped us. Working with BDO relatively early on in our journey, it was more just around best practice and understanding, what does good look like? And I think a lot of times in businesses, particularly, startup or scale up businesses, it's really difficult to understand what is best practice. So once you've established that, then it's about working towards that to make sure you can deliver that. It is a support for you as a business to really understand the controls, parameters, and processes that you need to implement into the business to then support the accounting and delivery in terms of understanding the numbers of the organization. Anyone who's a founder of a business or CEO of a business, you truly are passionate about becoming great. That focus and that drive obviously came, is almost inbuilt in me as a professional athlete. To play at the highest level, you have to be competitive, you have to have a drive, you need to want to win. There's no point just doing things for the sake of doing it. You turn up every day to have a positive impact. We're really passionate and excited about the impact that not only we've had so far in our journey, but the true impact that we feel we can have over this next 5 and 10 years.